Mama from Scratch. My name is Emily and I hope you're having a beautiful day. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some more spring DIY decor ideas using products from the Dollar Tree. I hope that you guys will enjoy seeing these beautiful spring DIYs, be able to replicate them to decorate your home this season on a budget. If you do enjoy it, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share this video with your friends, and also share it on Instagram and tag me. That way I can repost it in my stories. And also subscribe if you're new, because I absolutely love to inspire and motivate you here. I also want to say thank you to Postmark'd for sponsoring today's video. Postmark'd is a monthly stationery subscription box delivered straight to your door in which you'll receive 4 postcards, postage, and an artsy gift. They have many different themes for you to choose from, and if you use my link and discount code in the description box below, you'll receive 50% off your first box. It's the perfect subscription for those who enjoy writing and receiving handwritten letters like me. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. For this DIY, you will want a paper lantern. You're going to also want some spray paint. I'm just using white flat paint for this, or you could paint it by hand. I will also be using a glue gun, and then you're going to want your florals of choice. These all came from Dollar Tree. Now if you wanted, you could leave the lantern just the color that it comes in. I believe Dollar Tree has 2 different colors, one in a pink and purple, and then this one which is a blue and a green. You can just stretch this out, and then the piece that they give you pushes down into the middle, and then that gives the lantern its shape. This actually does not require any candles. There's actually a little battery on the bottom. Use it to light up. Now I'm going to take my spray paint and give small even coats all the way around, and I gave 2 coats on this because the pattern is quite thick and dark, and since it is paper, just kind of take your time with it. But once you get it all done, just let it dry before we move on to the next step. You could hand paint this as well, it's your choice. I went ahead and took the floral stems. These are all from Dollar Tree, like I mentioned earlier, and I'm just plucking off the top of the heads because I only wanted to use certain parts of it. And so now that the lantern is completely dry, I'm going to be using my hot glue just on the bottom of each of the florals and pressing those on. You don't want to press too hard. You can put a hole in it, so just be gentle. And you could put flowers all the way around the top. There's a couple different ways you can do this, so do whatever your heart's content is. For this one, you can see that I pushed through because the stem was a little bit too long. So I just made the hole there and then put the hot glue around it and then just press that on. I love these colors together. This would be a perfect DIY for a wedding as well. But since it's spring and the weather's getting beautiful, you can have these light up your outside garden, or even in a room. A child's room would be really beautiful. This other greenery is actually from Walmart. I had it left over from another project, and so I'm just adding that in there. And I think the greenery definitely looks really nice with it. You just add a little bit of glue under each petal, that way they stay stuck down. Especially if you're gonna have this outside with the wind, you'll want extra glue on there. Usually all of Dollar Tree's flowers come in all the same sizes, so if you want them to make them smaller, just pluck off half of it, add a little bit of glue, that way it stays glued together, and then just press that on the area that you want it to be in. Like I said, you can choose the pattern that you want to use for this, but I sort of just alternated the flowers a little bit. Even though it looks a little bit heavy with the purple, I'm breaking that up with the green, and then also adding a little bit of smaller pinks here and there, and then a little bit of lavender in the smaller flowers. You will see that, but don't overthink this. You can put together your pattern. You can lay it out on the table first and figure out how you want it to look. I'm just working my way on one side of the lantern, but you could do it all the way around if you wanted to. Now you might notice at the very bottom where the batteries go in, it kind of sags down a bit, so I just added a little bit of hot glue and pressed that back together. And this is how the lantern came out. Now I did not light mine up, you wouldn't be able to see it during the day, but I think it came out so beautiful. Again, I love the color choice. You could use this for a wedding like I said, and you can use whatever choice of flowers you want to. I think it turned out really beautiful. For the next DIY, you will want a piece of foam board or actual wood. It's your choice. I'm just trying to use Dollar Tree products for you guys. A wall decal. I made one using the same decal a week ago, so I'll leave that video link down below. I'm also using a ruler, some Mod Podge, a Sharpie, and then also you'll need something to cut the foam board with, so scissors or an X-Acto knife basically. Now, if you're going to be on a work surface that you don't want to ruin, put something underneath the foam board to cut on. I'm just using this 6-inch ruler right here and just going all the way down the foam board and then pulling that down, making sure it is squared up away, and then going across the foam board, and you can see how it just detaches right there and just completely separates. So this is our new piece of wood now. I'm going to take a thing of scissors and I'm going to cut out just the top part of the flowers, because this decal, the blue is actually attached on it, so you could leave that if you wanted to, but I only wanted the flowers from this, and then it will just peel right off for you. They're really easy, and this one's actually a thicker decal, which I really like. Some of them are a little bit thinner. So now you just need to figure out how you want your florals to be placed on your sign. Now for this, feel free to cut off more of the floral like I just did here, and it's okay if it overhangs on the edges. It will actually give it a more realistic look. And this decal I really like because it actually looks like a watercolor, so it looks like you're painting this on when you're all finished. I just think it's a really beautiful look, and you can cut off as much as you want, and I'm just going to be staggering on the florals up the sign as I go, and you'll see I kind of work it in two different parts. There's no right or wrong way to do this. It just depends on how much color you would like your sign to have. You could also go in and paint more florals on there if you wanted to. Now I'm just cutting off the excess that overhangs, and it gives it a really nice clean look. I'm so happy with this. Just try not to bend your foam board. So now it's time to use your ruler. I went ahead and spaced it all the way down to figure out how long I wanted each of my letters to be. Now working from the top, I went down 2 inches, and then I had each letter be 3 inches long, and then I spaced it 1.5 inches between each letter. So 1.5 inches between each letter, and then I give each letter 3 inches. Put little dots, that way I knew exactly where to put my letters. I'm just taking a pencil and freehanding this. You could use a stencil for this, or you could use stick-on letters. Again, it's completely up to you. Dollar Tree doesn't have very large letters. I looked in the decal section. Theirs were about maybe 2 inches. And for this sign, I wanted it to be a good size sign. So it's almost 3 feet, and I really like this. So again, just kind of figure out what font you would like it to look like, and then just freehand that on. Now I'm not pressing very hard with my pencil in case I need to make different marks and erase anything. And then I went back and looked at the lettering that I wanted, and I just filled it in. And you can see now I'm adding more florals on there now that I know where my letters all are, because I didn't want to put them on and then have to take them off again and have it rip or something. So add as many florals as you would like. So I actually got this idea to make this from a sign that I saw at the store, and I had the wall decal already, and I thought this would be perfect. Now the one at the store has more florals on it, which you could definitely, like I said, paint more on, but this is so easy and just a great way to replicate something for a fraction of the cost. Now if you have wood on hand, definitely use wood to make it more permanent and make it last, obviously. Paint that wood white first, and then you can go in with a Sharpie if you wanted to, or a paint pen, or just freehand paint it yourself. It's completely up to you. But I'm just taking my Sharpie here and going around the letters that I traced on and then filling those in. And I just love how beautiful this is looking. I don't know about you guys, but for me, crafting is kind of like telling a story. You start with a couple items, and then in the end you end up with this beautiful project like I'm making now. And I think that's the cool thing about, like, say, writing a letter, is that you start with some thoughts that are on your mind, and in the end you have this full-blown story that you've just told to your family or your friends. So definitely check out Postmark'd if you enjoy writing letters, plus it makes an amazing gift. Just remember, you don't have to spell out spring. You can spell out whatever you would like. This is just a general idea that you can tweak and make it your own and personalize it, but I think this sign is absolutely beautiful. Now what you can do is take some Mod Podge and cover up each of the florals if you wanted to. I would definitely recommend doing that if you were using it on actual wood so they stay on. But how beautiful did it turn out, you guys? It is so nice looking. And again, if you're going to be doing this on wood, I would definitely recommend painting the wood white and then adding your decals on and then painting it. I hope you guys enjoyed these spring DIYs. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you are new. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Let me know which one is your favorite, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.